I found this official UN article about Norway increasing funds for promoting freedom of expression and cultural rights, and most importantly, to this video, underneath the headline, they mention promoting artistic freedom of expression. That is a good cause indeed. Surely the country and organization that are doing this don't commit the opposite of the above-mentioned right. That's what a clueless regular person would think, which I mean that article is directed at. The UN has numerous times expressed its dissatisfaction about a certain type of popular art form deriving from Japan, and even attempted to get it criminalized in Japan many times, all of them unsuccessful. And the country that worries so much about artistic freedom of expression, Norway, has it criminalized so bad that you will end up in prison for just looking or distributing it. Man, what can it be? Does it open a portal to a dimension full of eldritch demons that will devour humanity until nothing is left? No, it's just lolicon, a subgenre of anime and otaku media both popular in Japan and to a good extent in the West. It features pre-teenage girls in erotic situations, or as it's commonly acknowledged in Japan, the genre spans from Japanese comic books called manga to anime, short of animation in Japanese, to video games and self-published print work called doujinshi. It's perfectly legal in Japan, as it is seen as an art form. Nothing more, nothing to jail innocent civilians over it and ruin their careers and lives, possibly driving them to suicide. But for others, the reality is different, especially in the most developed continent on Earth, Europe, and especially in the self-proclaimed democratic and most free country on Earth that donated $18 million or 200 million NOK of tax money for freedom of artistic expression. In Norway, and in most countries of Europe, if the authorities find out that you commit innocent activities, such as enjoying art forms like lolicon, or distributing it online, you will end up in prison in the same jail cell as a serial rapist would, and your life will be ruined. Honestly, it really fucking upsets me that we are living in such a state of the world where you can't even look at pencil scribbles without the risk of being lit on fire. Why donate such sums of tax money, and to whom, when your own country will prosecute anyone for enjoying the privilege of artistic freedom? Oh, but no, not that kind of artistic freedom. It depends on what the politicians consider artistic freedom. To that, I have to say, there either is artistic freedom of expression or there isn't. No one gets to decide what it is. The authorities' only excuse for that is, it encourages sexual abuse towards minors, so it must remain illegal. But that's the same exact argument used in video games cause violence. It's just an effortless way for politicians to pat themselves on the shoulder and say that they solved a contribution to a problem when that contribution contributes to nothing but fantasy. Art, and specifically lolicon, can't just encourage a person to go and commit a crime. It takes a specific type of mind to do that, someone who would do it regardless of a drawing that exists or not. Banning lolicon won't change anything but harm freedom of artistic expression and put people who enjoy it into pressure chambers for mere scribbles. Regardless of what you think about certain types of art forms, nobody deserves to be sent to prison, having their life ruined, suffering serious mental issues for doing absolutely nothing. What did we learn from this? The UN and Norway's politicians and lawmakers are unfortunately a bunch of hypocritical tyrants with a lack of abstract thinking. They will literally put an innocent life in prison for drawings that don't coincide with their moral value. Talk about human rights.